Star turned esports coach.
But I was getting the stink eye from my wife. She's like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing."
One might love his Switch more than his girlfriend.
Man, I hope she's not listening to this. Please.
And one's a dad who can't stop playing Rocket League.
These kids these days, they're like, blah, 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 blah. We're used to jump and run.
Together, they welcome you to Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge.
Oh, what is up, John? And what's up, everyone tuning in? Well, not yet. We're getting the people coming in sooner or later. But John, man, how you doing?
I'm good, Ahman. What's going on, man? Good to be back with you.
I know you had your family vacay, Christmas vacay over in Minnesota. I held down the show for you while you were gone. You know, we had a good time, same conversations, fun conversations, and now I'm happy to have you back, bro. Very happy to have you back. So tell us about Minnesota.
I'm happy to be back, Ahman. This is awesome.
Yeah, tell us about Minnesota. How was the Christmas out there?
Minnesota was awesome until I took a COVID test.
Oh.
And so, at least I got to see my parents. I got to see my sister and things like that. I got to go. Last time I saw you two, I was in Columbus. Sorry about your Cornhuskers.
I know, man. I saw the game. It was a good game. They played good.
Yeah.
The ladies played very
Volleyball
well.
beats Nebraska. Wisconsin volleyball beat Nebraska for its first ever national championship. So
We'll get y'all next year.
Yeah, that was a blast. I got on this app called Whatnot. Have you heard of the Whatnot app?
Nah, Tell me, explain.
So I got on this app. It's if you're a collector of sports cards, if you're a collector of Pokemon, if you're a collector of vintage clothing, if you're a collector of toys or these Funko things, Funko Pops. Did I say that right?
Yeah, you said it right. Yep.
There are all these people who sell this stuff on an app, and it's like live auctions.
Oh.
And it's insane because I followed Logan Paul. You know Logan Paul?
Yeah, I know of him. I don't know him, but I know of him. Yeah, the boxer.
He bought this first edition Pokemon box, and he gave away the packs on the Whatnot app. So I was one of the people who's like, I will go in there and try to get one of these free packs. I didn't get it. It was on Christmas Day, but it got me on the app, and now I'm addicted to just buying sports cards on auctions, live auctions, on these live shows, and it's so addicting.
You're already there. You're already doing it.
But now it's easier, Mom. Because
oh my God, they made it easy.
I'd search out on eBay. That's what I want to do. Now they just do it live in front of you, and they open the packs for you. It's like pack breaking, or you can buy cards. It's crazy.
Wow. That's what these companies are definitely doing. They're making things for us very easy to get access to and to do. So be careful, John. Have fun. I know you're going to have fun. I know you're smart. You're going to have fun. Be careful. But welcome into the show. This is the Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge podcast, along with my co-host, John Arias, who just explained about a new thing that you could do with Pokemon cards and trading cards and football cards, all that fun stuff. So for myself, I said I just chill. I had a nice Christmas with the wife and the two dogs. Play some Halo. I did get some games that I'm gonna talk about later that are part of the best games of the year for 2021. But I'm not going to talk about that right now. Wait for that because I want to. I'm excited about the games that I got. But we just watched football. The Packers played on Saturday, one of those Christmas Day games. I think I had one or two in my career where we played on Christmas and New Year's in terms of how the season went. So yeah, it was that, and then we watched some good movies. A movie that I'm gonna talk about here on the podcast, on the stream here. Not going to give that information up yet. I want to because it was a great movie. That company that puts out a lot of cartoon movies that do pretty darn good. They've been doing it for like 100 years now. That company. So I'll talk about them later. Yeah, I'll talk about that later. But yeah, man. But also, this is the 90th episode. 90. We've done 90 of these, and it's like, is it almost like breathing? It's like it's like automatic now, right? To you?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. It almost feels like I have when I don't do it, which we haven't done in a lot of other than when we took we needed a Wednesday off, which we did earlier in the year. It almost feels like I forgot something. Like when we don't do the show, I'm like, what did I do? What did I do? Because I forget some things. I'm human. Got a lot of things on my plate, coaching, dad, husband, all that stuff, father of puppies. And it's like, I should have made a list. I should have wrote it down. What did I forget today? Today's Wednesday. I was supposed to do something. Then I'm like, oh, the podcast. It's like, oh, only had a couple of those experiences where I'm like, wait a minute, I was supposed to do something, but oof, figured it out. All right, but so welcome into the stream. We're here in the Twitch chat here. We got Sanyo. It was a new sub in last night, and she is here today. Thank you for jumping in. And call me Matub, if I'm saying that right. Okay. Thank you for coming in and following. And Mad Max, the usual greenie in the house. How you doing? Hope everything's good. Hope your holidays was even better. So let's get into the quick hitting news bites here, John. And you want to start us off with what Mr. Elon Musk is doing?
Yeah, there's a couple of things with my quick hitting news bites for the week, but the one I'll start with because of the football connection with you, Ahman Green, is that John Madden.
Oh yes.
Long-time, NFL head coach, longtime broadcaster, changed the game in broadcast, and then obviously changed gaming with his Madden video games. Passed away yesterday at the age of 85. Here's a fun fact for you about that Madden video game. It has sold more than 130 million copies since the franchise started back in 1989. That's one of only 2 sports games to sell more than 100 million copies. So people in the Twitch chat, can you guess the other? Madden, one of 2 sports games to sell more than 100 million copies. What is the other sports game? Fun Twitch chat trivia for you right now. Think about that.
Think about it. Let us know by the end of the show, please. Uh-oh.
But I mean, Madden was football. Madden is football.
He is that. He brought that fun side of it. I mean, even though it's a fun, obviously if you play it for the passion like a player, we're gonna have fun doing it anyway. But from a commentator, once he got in the booth, because we all knew him as a coach, but when he got in the booth and started commentating, and then when the game came out, I remember when the game came out, it was 1988, and I was 11 or 12 years old. And I was like, wait a minute, they making a game with this guy? I was like, this is going to be interesting. And it was. The game was fun. And I remember, this is the game, the one and only rage moment I had was in Madden. I was accusing the game of cheating me. I told that story, you know that story, so I won't go into it. But just the funness he brought to that game, because I remember when a player got injured in the Madden game back then, the comic relief was the ambulance coming on the field and running players over to get the injured player. So they would hit the other healthy players, hit them if they was in the way, which they were because they didn't move, and then pick up the injured player and continue to run over the healthy players. I thought that was hilarious. I said that was probably something John Madden probably threw in there. We got to have fun. These guys going to be playing video games next to their friends, and they wanted to trash talk each other. Let's have a little comic relief sprinkled in there. And then I remember the big hits would happen like you hit the guy so hard the helmet would come off. That's when hitting was the thing, still part of the game, and I say part of the entertainment value of the game. So I say I'm happy to be in this game. I'm happy that I got a chance to meet him a few times as a player and talk to him in interviews, and he was just, for his age when I was playing, he still had a full of energy. I would have paid for him as a player for sure. I could tell.
I'd love to go back and listen to some old broadcasts and see what Madden had to say about you. This guy right here, like it's the way the Madden talks. I'm sure it'd be so fun. Like when you're talking to him, you're like, Ahman Green, and just like that inside conversation. That'd be so cool to listen because Madden was always had a way of talking about guys, and just fantastic.
Right. He just brought a different style. He brought the telestrator. I mean, remember the first time, and he's just drawing stuff on the screen, and he's just going at it like he's on the chalkboard in his meetings during football. That's how he was going. It was just that part of him that we saw and we learned and everything. So we do have an answer, John. Mad Max gave an answer. He's put in here FIFA to that question.
Who was that?
Mad Max.
Mad Max, you're right. The other, FIFA. So Madden, one of 2 sports games to sell more than 100 million copies. It sold 130 million copies since 1989. The other one to sell over 100 mil, FIFA.
Got it. Nice. Now the other one, that was something from last week, right? You didn't erase it? the news bite? I think that's something I talked about. Was it?
Oh, did you talked about FIFA?
No, the Tesla one.
Oh, my other news bite. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that was mine or yours.
No, that's so here's the other thing I saw in gaming this week was Tesla is making a change to the way I guess you can play video games in Teslas.
Yep.
I didn't know this. Like on the screen, it's called passenger play, right? It's only for the passenger. But now Tesla, now Tesla, after a software after a software update, will no longer be able to play video games while the cars are in motion, which honestly makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't be able to play video games or movies while your car is moving. You know, they made the argument this is passenger play. This is for the passenger. Right. But some safety people got involved and said, you know, we're kind of worried about the driver not only playing it, but also then like being distracted by it and watching it, because we know how much people love to watch other people play video games.
Right. So just imagine you're in the car playing Rocket League. You're the passenger, and the driver's like, "Bro, nice goal."
Yeah.
And not paying attention to the road. You know. So yeah.
So this one to me makes a lot of sense that you know, officials are getting involved from the National Highway Transportation, NHTSA, saying, "Hey, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration saying, hey, you guys shouldn't be able to be playing video games while the car's moving."
Yeah, I mean, that is a liability just thinking about it. I'm like, man, I mean, to think about that we could have a screen that big where you can actually see the graphics and player enjoyment is happening. And if for any of the true gamers that has a Tesla, trust me, you will, since you can't take your hands off the steering wheel, you will try to attempt to play the game. You can't put that past them. And that's what the NHTSA found out probably. Got some feedback from people, but like, hey man, you got to take this screen or the games off this thing. We having problems here with the car, with driving, because people, because they're gonna bend the rules. You know that. You
could play games like The Witcher 3, Cyberpunk 2077. Like you could play like, you know,
really good games.
And
those are fun games. Those are good games. Yeah, the Witcher series is really good that I want to get. Eventually, those are series I'm gonna do when I have a long summer weekend, because I've heard everybody that played the Witcher series said it was great. Just like I think season 2 just started on Netflix too. So they sung that, you know, with Henry Cavill. Good movie and good game, good video game. So yeah.
That, by the way, that story courtesy of comicbook.com.
Yeah.
And I just thought that made a lot of sense to me. And by the way, someday I hope to own a Tesla or a Tesla-like counterpart.
Me too. I can't wait. I want to get. I had to get a new truck just recently. One of my trucks was falling apart, literally. You know, big truck and rust and all that fun stuff. So I got a new truck. But yeah, my next truck is definitely, or vehicle is going to be an electric. I want to help Mother Earth going electric.
Have you seen the Ford F-150 has an all-electric?
I saw the commercial. Yes, I saw that. Okay. I'm like, but it's about the time, because we know Tesla was the first to do it. And then I know the Hummer. There's an electric Hummer coming out real soon. And the F-150, like you just mentioned, it's already out now for people to purchase or order. Because I remember a year and a half ago, right before we went into COVID, that's when they call it the Hummer, the HE or H3E, when it went on, where you could basically order it and put down payment of like $200 for it back in 2019 or 2020, the first part of 2020. Yeah. So yeah, now the companies are catching up. They're trying to anyway do it the right way. I don't know if they'll be able to have a screen because I've been in a Tesla. A friend of mine, we went out to dinner. I was in Los Angeles, and the screen is like a 20-inch monitor in there. It's huge and it's vertical, so it's not ladder. You know, it's not going side to side. It's going up and down. And it's impressive. It's touch screen and everything. You get to whatever music. You could connect your phone and play. I think you could play app games on it. So yeah, they have like different things, and it's growing. You know, it's another technology that's going to be upgraded by new technology, basically.
Would you feel comfortable getting on the interstate in a Tesla and saying, "You take over from here, Tesla, at 70 miles per hour. I'm just gonna put my hands on the wheel and sit back"? Would you be comfortable doing that while the Tesla just drives itself?
100%. 100%. I would. Because the technology behind it, I've seen it and I've been in it, and I've drove in them. You know, I was a passenger. And so yeah, it was comfortable. It was a smooth ride. And so yeah, I mean, if I'm buying one, that means I believe in it. So I'm not just gonna drive it not to not drive, you know, have to go like this one day, be like, oh, this is dope, you know.
Oh man, I would want to trust it, Ahman.
Yeah.
But when you're going 70, you know,
Yeah.
and it's like
this be
and now the computer
yeah
is driving you, basically.
just
Dude,
follow the
I don't
road.
know.
Just watch the road. Don't go to sleep. That's what you do. Or you don't do like some of these people I've seen on Instagram Reels, where they had a driver that owned a Tesla and had their dog in the front seat while the Tesla was riding on the highway. And so people are passing the Tesla and they see the dog. The dog's just sitting up there like, you know how dogs like to get in the windows in the cars. He's just like, you know, he's having his good old time. And there's nobody in the front seat with the dog at all. And I'm like, that's definitely unsafe. You have nobody in the front seat with the dog? The dog can't get to the pedals that fast. Like, bro.
Or at all.
I'm like, are we in a Disney movie? You know, where it's like, Utopia, or the one Utopia movie, or Zootopia, where animals are walking and talking and driving cars? Are we in Zootopia here? So yeah, I saw that on Instagram Reels. I said, come on, people, you're doing too much. And this is why that rule is in effect. People are doing that with the dog, with their animals. It's like, come on, just use it the way it should be used. You get in the seat, you could go hands off, but don't put the dog in the car seat, bro. Really?
I think that hands-free feature in the future is going to save a lot of people's lives, actually.
Yeah.
You know, because like if you're falling asleep and you're like, just give me 10 minutes, Tesla. Well, you should probably pull over, number one. But if you accidentally fall asleep while the Tesla's driving you, you're not going to kill anybody.
Right.
You know, like
it has all the little alert. They pop up on the screen.
Yeah.
Or you have that little buzz in your hip when you get over the lanes. You got that sensor.
Does it do that?
It does. It's like it's a sensor on the car now. Like even we had a Escalade 2015 where you could put the lane like discipline.
Lane assistance.
There you go. Lane assistance, and it buzz you on your butt cheek when you're. You're like, I remember the first time it did it. I'm like, okay, hold up. Okay, I didn't expect that to happen. I figured it would be like a sound, boom, 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 not a little buzz on my left or right butt cheek.
Buzz. I'm so behind in my car technology. I'll get to that in 2030 when the next time I buy a new car or something. I'll finally get the 2010
Well, by
technology.
that time, we'd be almost flying. I hope we'd be like Back to the Future. I can't wait. I want to be alive. I think we're getting close with people like Elon Tesla and other inventors out there. I think before we both go on to the other world, John, we'll be driving a flying car. I'm putting it out there. Like, we're going to do it. But we come.
I'll stay on the ground, man.
I want to do it. I see it in the movie. That means that we could do it.
We do have flying cars. They're called airplanes.
True. Oh man,
we just can't drive them.
Yeah. Exactly. We can't. You can get training for all of us. You know, not everybody. But for that, we're gonna move on to the New Year's edition of this
or that.
All right. So New Year's resolution mindset. Okay, this is the way we're going here, John, and everybody in the Twitch chat. So here you go, and listening in on the podcast.
Well, this is right up my alley.
Yes.
The first one is right up my alley. This or that, New Year's edition. Get a new job or start a business. That's basically what I'm trying to figure out right now.
Yeah. No, I remember our conversations. I was like, John, I like this one. John, I relate to this one here.
Quite honestly, I would rather start a business.
I'm with you.
Yeah, if I had the opportunity, I would rather start a business and do something that I want to do, and that's something that really truly interests me. That takes my attention, and I focus it in and make it the best I can, as opposed to doing something that somebody else wants done. So, like, I think starting a business would be awesome, and I think there's so many opportunities. We're in this age. Web3's coming. I don't know. Feel like there's something there. Yeah, exactly. Look, Web3. What is Web3?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm gonna look that up after this.
Integration of everything we've been talking about with cryptos and NFT and blockchain and metaverse, and it's Web3, and that's the next. This is where we're taking our online habits.
Commerce.
So
our habits, commerce, buying, selling things. Gotcha.
How about you?
I'm gonna go start a business too. I mean, because I have started a business before in the past, and it's just a different feeling, when you're running, in terms of working for someone to running your own business. You can set your own hours. You could basically set your day how you want it. Obviously, it'd be a small business, I would say, because then, like I said, you can do what you want. You're the boss of yourself, and when you can get in that situation, you're doing really good for yourself and your family. So I'm gonna say start a business, sir. In the Twitch chat, you could definitely engage and participate, answer the questions as we go along here. John?
Okay, next this or that. Travel somewhere new or fall in love? Well, I think I've already had one of that, so I would love, let's go. Let's get out of quarantine. Let's go travel somewhere new.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I'm all about the travel. I want the stamps on what's the passports you get when you're going in. Boom, boom. I'm like, yes, achievement. I went somewhere. We're trying to go. I know we were just like last year. We were trying to go. Me and my wife were trying to go to Hawaii. Didn't get a chance to make it. Not because of COVID or anything, but just it was what they did. What we found out was when my wife was setting a reservation, it was bouncing back and forth between hotels saying that okay, you could come to Hawaii, fly in. You can stay at this hotel for 2 days, but then you got to change. After 2 days, you could go to this other hotel for 3 days. Then, because we wanted to stay like 10 days or almost 2 weeks there because it was our anniversary, and the hotels were saying 2 here, 3 here, 4 days here, 5 days here, and a day here. And then you could go home. I'm like, no. I was like, we're gonna be caravanning literally around the Hawaiian Islands, and some of them were on a different island. Some of the hotels. It was like, nah, can't do it. Still like to travel there.
Why was it like that? Why couldn't you just stay at one spot?
Because I think part of it was because the timing when we started booking, but we started booking not late, but not. I say we needed more. I guess it was like late April, early May, so it was like already kind of gone. Some of the main days, like sitting at a hotel for 5 days or 6 days, 10 days, were already gone. So there you go. Hope that answers your question right there.
Okay, should I move on to the next one?
Yeah, next one, John. Move on.
Ooh, learn a new language or start a journal. Man, Mon's coming through with these questions this week. Learn a new language.
Yes, indeed.
Or start a journal.
I'm gonna go new language. Because I learned Spanish when I was in high school. I still know a little un poquito, how you say it, small, a little language like as I already know it now. Because I always journal all the time. I kind of do that all the time because I'm a coach, always thinking of stuff like that. So definitely new language. What about yourself, John?
Yeah. I think new language, man, and I think the best way to do that. I've had friends who have been forced to do that, and their acceleration, at least of the understanding and communication, maybe not of the written part of the language, has exploded. As you just put yourself in a situation where you're somewhere where that's where you learn a base, then you go somewhere where that's the language they speak, and then guess what? You have to swim on your own. And I think swimming on your own really helps you learn.
Oh yeah, when you're in a foreign country and you start to get hungry, have to use the bathroom, or have to get to work. Oh yeah, you'll find out what you need to say to get all three of those things done for sure. Especially food.
Exactly.
I'll find out right away. I gotta know that right away. Como
se dice.
Yeah, como dice. No, I think it's comedia, something like that in Spanish. Comedia or something. I'm close. Yes. I know I'm close. It's not perfect. I know. Don't grade me.
Don't grade me. There.
I'm comer. There you go. All right.
I don't know.
Yeah. Next one, John.
Okay. Now, moving to a new home or get organized. Oh man, this is fantastic. I would have to say get organized. I already know, but because then it's like you have a new home once you get organized. You know what I mean? It's like a whole new different spot.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh, we had a kitchen here. Oh, this is a kitchen. Oh, it's a hallway here. Oh wow, we could do so much.
Wow, I had no idea this room was so big.
Right. Oh my God, this is a bathroom. We have a toilet. I had all this stuff piled up. Like, no.
What is this? Kitchen cabinet space?
Oh my God, we could fit a whole kitchen set in this cabinet on this shelf. This is amazing when things are organized. Or put where they're supposed to go. That's what I say. Put things where they're supposed to go. A new home, it's fun to move, but I say it's fun to move in a new home, but the process of moving, I would say get organized. I say I got to do my get organized after the show today. I got my desk areas kind of like chaotic right now, so I got to get organized where I'm sitting, which you can't see on camera.
That's a good point. By the way, moving into a new home, that sounds awful.
Yeah,
sounds
especially
awful.
in the wintertime.
Stuff you have to go through.
Especially in the wintertime. Yeah. Oof, it's tough. That's tough. Cool.
All right, read more books or watch less TV. Well, this seems like a pretty simple. I think
it's hard for some people. Hard for some people.
Well, hold on. If I watch less TV, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm reading more books, though, right? Like,
what are you doing? Like, you playing video games?
I could be working out.
Working out. Eat. What else?
I could be traveling.
Well, you could travel with a book on your side, in your backpack.
Spending time with my children.
True.
Child.
I'm
gonna watch less TV. I think less screen time is good. Let's go.
Yeah. I like to, like I said, I'm just a learning person. So like new language, definitely reading a book. Actually, I just got this book for Christmas. Look at that.
Ooh.
The Big Book of Belichick. Bam. Ooh.
It's gonna be some good stories. Oh my gosh.
What?
Did you see the video?
Uh-oh.
Let's see if I should hook this up. I should hook my phone up so you guys can hear this.
Uh-oh.
Give me a second. Let me go get an adapter. You're gonna love this video.
Ooh,
you just brought up Bill Belichick. Read some Twitch stuff.
All right. He said read some Twitch stuff. I will read some Twitch. I'll go on with the podcast here. Oh man, that was hilarious. So last two, Mad Max and whoever else is in the other three viewers. All right, here you go. Make new friends or volunteer somewhere. Make new friends or volunteer. What you saying, Mad Max? I know you might be at work or you might be at home. I don't know. I don't want to get you fired. But if you can, tune in and give an answer. I know for myself, I like to do both. So this is a hard one for me. I love volunteering. I've done a ton of that this year. I've done it all throughout my whole life since I was a kid. And I've done also making new friends everywhere I go. God, this is a quandary for me right here. I say I could volunteer because while I'm volunteering, I could make new friends. So I'm a volunteer. Always help somebody out in need or help out at a charity event or just volunteer to do stuff around the house, whatever. So I'm a volunteer on that one. You ready to go, John?
Okay.
Uh-oh. He set up. I can't wait. So we did, I did new friends and volunteer real quick while you jumped off. So you know.
All right. So you've got the Bill Belichick book, right?
Yep.
Did you see the reporter ask Bill Belichick in the press conference? You know what I'm talking about?
No, I'm just laughing because I know his press conferences are epic. They're hilarious. I love the way.
Tell me if you can hear this. This is after a Patriots loss. Just recently.
Okay.
Hi. Football aside, sorry, but I'm doing a story about New Year's resolutions, and I was just wondering if you had any you wanted to share with your fans and our readers.
Yeah. No, not right now.
Okay. Thanks.
I love Bill Belichick and his press conferences. I swear to God. He is hilarious. And he's not even trying to be funny. He's nowhere even thinking about being funny. He just knows that he is the smartest person in the room. And so when they ask those dumb questions, he just like, he wants to say something, but he's not. He's going to keep it real just like he just did. No, I don't have nothing.
The balls on that lady. Sorry. To ask Bill Belichick after a loss, let's go off the football field. Do you have any New Year's resolutions?
Bro, to ask Bill that, I mean, you're walking on thin ice as it is. Like he almost looks like a press conference annoys him to death. It looks like it bothers him so, and most coaches do, and I get it because you gotta, especially in a loss, you gotta ask questions because you're already going over processing, plays that their players lost on. You're going through all that process, and so then you got to get hit with questions that sometimes you really don't want to answer. And it just seemed like he's never in the mood to answer anything, to be honest. So that question right there, she knew, she had to know that he was going to come from the hip like that. Oh my God.
She's lucky she's still alive. My goodness.
I wish I was there. I wish I was a fellow reporter sitting in the room. I'm sorry. I might have started laughing. I just might have busted out laughing. I was like, bro, what'd you expect him to say? When we
My
ask
jaw
him,
would have dropped.
right? I'll be like, when we ask him normal football questions, he barely answers those. What made you think that it was going to be a New Year's resolution discussion here in a Patriots loss? Please let me know your mindset. We got two guys.
Not only that, like, imagine asking a player after a loss, "Hey, tough game today, but just curious, do you have any New Year's resolution?" Like, and then imagine asking that to Bill Belichick.
I'll be like, you know what my New Year's resolution is? Not to talk to you. Thank you. Sorry, next question. Because that's like LeBron. LeBron would do that. Like LeBron, I've seen him just like arcade. Like any NBA player for sure. Any NBA player, they will tell you like if they would have been just like Bill. Like, bro, I'm not talking to you. Really? You asking me that question? Next question. Like, nah. I'm like, man, I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna hit you with a pie in the face. Come on, knock on your door, pie in the face. Boom. That's what I'm gonna do. That's my New Year's resolution.
Because that's a clown question.
Exactly. That's a clown question. So for two dogs and a guy, he says, 2 birds, 1 stone. I'm a volunteer to make some friends. Boom. I like it. I like the way that's what I said. I like the way he thinks. Yeah, I like that.
Okay. I would probably like to volunteer.
Yep. And then one more thing.
This or that.
One more thing. 2 dogs and a guy says, had a blast back in the day with the high school football team doing the National Day of Caring, renovating homes and such. Nice. Oh. And then he just busted out laughing when you said the Bill Belichick interview, when you played the Bill Belichick interview. Too many B's there. So he loved that, by the way. All right, last this or that, John.
Stop procrastinating or drink more water.
This goes out to a lot of people. I'm guilty of one for sure, and it's not the water. I drink a ton of water.
I think I would go with stop procrastinating for sure.
Yeah,
I'll figure out the water. I'll drink enough something.
Enough of something.
But if somebody says, "Hey, I can figure out your lack of water issues or your stop procrastinating issues," I'd be like, "Oh, do the procrastinating because I think I can figure out how to fix the water issue."
Yeah, water. You got
on my own.
I got 2 things of water sitting right here next to me, and then so me procrastinating that I do settle in that sometimes, and a lot of it's because of like I think I have a good excuse. I come in the house thinking like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna clean the kitchen. I gotta send these emails out. And I come in, I walk through the door, and I'm like, my body just like, bro, you tired? Like, I'm like, oh man. I was like, so yes, I would like to stop procrastinating. So does 2 dogs and a guy. He says that as well, John. Did you say your answer? I didn't.
Oh yeah, I'd rather stop procrastinating.
Yes,
for sure.
Yeah, for sure. We got to do that. It's like I know it's like 1,000 cliches of it, but I can't think of one now. If I did, I would say it. But that was this or that. Excuse me, got a little phlegm in the throat there. And now let's get to
Release the game.
Release the game.
It's time for the game releases. Game releases.
I want to know what breed of dog that is howling in the intro to game releases.
I'm not sure.
So for this week's game releases, there are actually no game releases, John, and audience. And I saw that, so I was like, let's just do the best games of the year that we talked about. And I found a website with this is actually at TimeMagazine.com. Time Magazine has a story about the best 10 video games of 2021, and 2 of the best games, actually 3, maybe 4 of the best games I own now and play. I haven't played 1 or 2. I've played Halo Infinite like a madman. Deathloop, which is on Xbox, PlayStation, which is a shooter where they basically you can kind of it's almost like what movie where you could rewind time. It's almost like say similar to the Matrix because you could dodge bullets, but you could go back and return and like relive a moment in the game, in the match, and then kill the person. Basically, it's crazy. I got it on PlayStation 5 and in Metroid Dread. I just got that for Christmas. Hold on, let me show you the big deluxe Metroid box it came in.
Okay, Mon's gonna go get this Metroid Dread, which is, by the way, can we tell him the rankings of where this ranks? Oh, he's getting a box. Can I tell him where? Can I tell them where this video game ranks?
Yes.
The one that you're about to show us?
Yep. So
this actually came in on that list, Ahman, at number 1.
Boom. Look at that. And I wasn't even expecting this. I just put Metroid Dread Deluxe on my Christmas list. And obviously I didn't see. I just figured it was the game. And it said a book, a book to explain the storyline of where Samus is and everything. But I got this big old huge thing. I'm like, is a Switch in the box too? I asked my wife. She said, no, just the game and a book. I'm like, this is dope. Yeah. And then got Samus on the back. Look at that. This dopeness.
I feel like you shouldn't open that, Ahman. Here's what you should be doing.
It's clean.
I'm going to tell you what you should be doing.
What I
you
should be doing.
buying, because you're a big hard copy guy. Like, you want the physical copy.
Yes, I'm that guy.
You should play all your games and download. You should get 2 games of every game you buy.
You know what? I've been.
I
might consider.
One should be the digital download, so you can actually play it, and the other should be the stuff like this, the deluxe edition. But don't open them, because in 10 years, they're going to be way more valuable.
I like the way you think, John. I knew I liked you. You're
You'll be
solid.
on the Whatnot app selling your unopened video, because you can buy video games on this app I'm addicted to, by the way.
Oh, that's a game changer. You got to send me. Share that with me, please.
I'll share you the link, man. I'll put it out on whatever, and I'll put it out on our Instagram too. It's awesome,
dope.
man. You can buy video game. Oh, sorry, keep going.
No, I'm just saying that's dope. So the top 10 game of the year is It Takes Two. I know we talked about it. I didn't get a chance to play it yet. It looks fun. It looks like I've seen some of the gameplay. Almost is it a horror game too? Is it like mixed in with a horror game? And I know it's like obviously a husband and wife or a pair of people trying to beat the game or what have you. Have you seen any gameplay of It Takes Two?
Yeah, I got it right in front of me here. This is crazy. It's like you're trapped in the bodies of your daughter's toys.
Oh,
is what it says.
I got you. I was wondering.
So it's a couple on the brink of divorce who suddenly find themselves trapped inside the bodies of their daughter's toys.
I knew it was a game where it was like a husband and wife matchup.
Yeah.
Team or whatever. This Mario-like adventure. Nice. Okay. And then Sable. It was a big summer talk at E3 this year. Or virtual E3. And that is a game. It's a desert landscape that stretches for miles. Beautiful sunsets over craggy mountains and cliffs. A really slick speeder bike. In Sable, the vibes are as important as the mission. So that means you better be on. It's like vibes, like chill mode. It's a chill mode game, John. That's what I get from it.
The graphics are so cool.
It is. It's almost like another version of maybe like an anime, similar.
Yeah, cartoonish. Yeah, a little bit anime-ish. It's just different than what you normally see.
Yep.
It's what it's like. It's like if you were playing. You ever see those cartoon filters on your phone?
Yes.
It kind of makes you look more like drawn or that's what it kind of looks like. Like somebody threw a drawn cartoon filter on a video game.
Yeah, they take a picture. You're picturing like cartoon it up. All right, the next one, number 8, is Deathloop, the game I talked about. I got it on my PlayStation here. I'm yet to play it yet. I downloaded it the other day. I'm excited about this game. I like the little concept of basically it's almost like if you play Overwatch, it's a character in Overwatch, John, called I just had the name in my head. But she's a fast player, she's a DPS player, and she basically can run, she can sprint forward and then rewind herself back like 5 seconds and then come back and then hit you with a gun or a punch, a melee. I can't think of her darn name right now. But that's what you could do in the whole game of Deathloop. You could rewind back to your previous position to come and then try to kill the person again. And then you got to stay alive to keep the game going. That's why it's a loop. It keeps looping through the same scene or fight scene or something like that. So it's pretty dope-ish.
That sounds like you're cheating. You get to die and then come back.
Basically, yep. It's a hack in itself. They took the hacking of games, things that are in the game that people don't like, and made it into a game. There you go.
What is this rated? Because there's a lot of blood and death in this.
Oh, it's definitely 18 and up. Definitely, it has to be. Hold on, I got the disc right here. Was it M for mature?
It has to be.
Yeah, it is.
I just saw a head. I saw a head get cut off.
M for mature.
Yeah, there it is.
M for mature.
I guess the game Deathloop has a mature.
That helps out. That helps
Would have
out.
guessed.
Yeah, Two Dogs and a Guy. Oh, Thick Boy G says they say it's like Dishonored. Oh, which game? Sable or Deathloop? And then Two Dogs and a Guy says Juliana Blake, voiced by Ozuma Akuga, Aeon's archivist and new head of security, who is constantly hunting Colt. Oh, and Deathloop. Talking about Deathloop there. It's like Dishonored. So Dishonored, it's like a shooter slash, got a nice plot to it and everything. Then number 7, my game pick of the year, Halo Infinite. There it is. No preview needed. Everybody knows this game. Master Chief is back. Searching for Katana. Campaign is pretty fun. Multiplayer is funner. They now have the tier system where you can rank up, earn experience points. They have all these challenges, John, and I'm one of those guys. You know I'm one of those guys. You put a challenge in front of me, what I'm going to do? You're gonna take that challenge. I'm gonna take that challenge. There you go.
You can take that challenge.
I'm gonna take it. And so yeah, they got all these challenges every day. So that's why I've been playing that more than any other game right now. It's on Xbox Series X, Xbox One, and PC. And all these games are all mostly console games. A few of them are on PC as well. Like Deathloop is on PC as well. And then number 6 is Returnal. I haven't heard much. I remember seeing this on the list one week, but haven't seen much or heard much about it. But it looks like a fun game. It is a role-like game. You play as Celine, an obstinate interstellar scout who crash lands on a gorgeously rendered planet. As she makes her way across the planet, shooting at many technical monsters as she goes. Celine will inevitably die and die and die again. Oh wow. So you're dying. This one's definitely in for mature.
The graphics, the story, like that looks sweet.
Right. God, I had the screen set up for all the viewers to probably and watch all these cool videos, but it just didn't work out. Some with Zoom and everything. So my apologies for everyone. We got to go through our description here, me and John and I. So here we go. And then
sweet graphics.
Yeah. And then number 5 is Hitman 3. Hitman 3. I remember playing the first couple Hitmans back on PlayStation 2. It was fun. Getting a headshot feels so good. Or assassinating a character from behind with a knife. Yes. You live them little daydreams that you have. Man, I wish I was a mercenary one day. So they said this is the final game in the World of Assassinations trilogy, and perhaps its best yet. As Agent 47, you once again infiltrate in the hollow halls of the 1% to take out your targets. The game rewards, I'm not even going there. You may aim to stage any kill as an accident rather than a murder. That's your job. It's a hitman.
Wait, what?
You could stage a kill as an accident rather than a murder.
Oh, like he fell down the stairs. I didn't beat his face in or whatever.
Exactly. He was organizing his house and he slipped down the stairs and cracked his head down the floor. Whatever. A mandate
accidentally shot him.
Right. And a mandate that challenges your patience and creativity. The creators strike the right tone with gallows humor and some fun, bizarre scenarios. So check out Hitman 3. Big game of the week. And it's number 5 for 2021 Game of the Year. And this looked like a kid's game. Sakori? A colorful Chicory. There we go. I got it right. Took me a couple times. It's on PlayStation 5 and 4, and PC as well. It is on its surface, Chicory is an adorable game about a little dog and a paintbrush. Nice. Aww. You name the dog after your favorite food. You name the dog after a favorite food. Though consider this choice carefully, lest you wind up a cumbersome name like Lemon Bar. There you go. The pup is the number 1 fan of a rabbit named Chikari, an artist who wields a magical paintbrush. So Chikari vanishes, and so does all the color from the world. It's up to you to restore the pigment and joy to this game. So there you go. Oh,
so you just color. Is it like a coloring book game or what?
It sounds like it.
Oh,
there you go. I like it. That
does sound like a kid's game.
Fun kids game there. Definitely E for everyone there. That is E for one. Number 3, Forza 5. car racing, off-roading. You got dune buggies, you got Jeeps, you got Jeep racing trucks, and you are everywhere. So Forza Horizon series opens world racing games have been refining the genre for years now. So with Forza Horizon 5, they may have finally nailed it. Set in Mexico, Forza Horizon 5 puts you in the driver's seat at the Horizon Festival, which spans the entirety of its game expansion world. So that means the entire planet, John. This game has races all over the world, so that's what they're saying. The expansion open world. It is vibrant landscapes and arcade racing sensibilities combined with the Forza series expertise in racing simulator genre, making it one of the most enjoyable games on Xbox, hands down. I don't know about that last statement. I think Halo is the most enjoyable game on Xbox. Just so you know, I'm just, they gotta beef up their advertising here. I get it.
Yeah.
Halo Infinite.
It looks sweet. Looks sweet.
Yep. And then number 2, a game I have not heard, but looks like a 808-bit classic, Inscription.
Inscription?
Inscription? Is that Inscription?
I think it's supposed to be
Inscription. Can I interest you in a life or death game that probably rigged against you?
No, you cannot.
No is the answer too. Well, Inscription doesn't care. So half deck building card, half point and click adventure. Inscription puts you at the mercy of a cabin dwelling, mask wearing weirdo shrouded in darkness.
Oh.
Yeah. There you go.
This seems
You got
weird.
it, John? The only thing you have to keep you alive is a rule book, your wits, and a talking playing card. So a decidedly 90s asterisk haunting imagery and turn-based gameplay imbue in with a certain nostalgic charm that plays with the story itself. There you go. That's why I said it looked like an old 8-bit, like 64-bit game. That's why I was like, oh.
You're right. The intro, the title looks like it's from like a Super Nintendo or something.
For shizzle. And that's only available on PC, so pretty sure in Steam you can find it there. And then the last one, like you said, Metro Dread 8. When I saw this came out this year, I was like, oh, gotta get it. I was like, they got a new storyline for Samus, and what she does in the intergalactic, I say policing of what she does. Yes, I gotta do it. So like I said, I'm gonna get on the game, have time. I gotta get away from this Halo Infinite to try to play Metroid Dread, and I have Deathloop, and also I have Ghost of Tsushima. That was another big game of the year, where everybody that I know that played Ghost of Tsushima is like, Ahman, the game is great in terms of the graphics and the storyline, and the thing. What got me, John, is just I want to be a samurai. I want to play a video game where I'm that guy with the sword and make things happen. So I don't know about you.
No, I think that looks awesome, and I love your super fancy game physical copy you got.
Yeah.
Of the Metroid game, by the way. That's super cool.
But I'm gonna start doing what you said: buy 2 copies, get the digital and the actual physical. Touch it, touchy. And Thick Boy G says it has similarities as far as how it feels and plays. Talking about Deathloop. We talked about Deathloop there for a second. And now we're on to... Oh, here's the button.
Row, row, row your boat gently up the... sorry. Excuse me. It's time for What's on Stream.
What's on stream? I got a fun movie. I love Disney movies. I know we talked about it earlier. It is a fantastic movie called Encanto. Me and my wife watched this, I believe, on Christmas. This is one of our Christmas movies. And you know what the other movie was, John? Right? Die Hard. Die Hard.
Oh, is that what you watch on Christmas every year?
Yes, all day. So we did the kids movie first, Encanto, which is a great movie about the Marigolds and an extraordinary family who live hidden in the mountains of Colombia and are charmed in a place called Encanto. That's their home. It's called the Encanto. So the magic of the Encanto has blessed every child in the family with a unique gift. Every child except one, Maribel. So Maribel does not have a power. So, however, she soon may be the Mirabelle's last hope when she discovers that the magic surrounding Encanto is now fading and in danger. So this has been up on Disney Plus since right around Thanksgiving, November 24th. And they have a good crew. Great songs. You know, it's a Disney movie. Great songs. This great feeling of family. And then obviously, I say, overcoming something, overcoming a struggle. So the one Mirabelle, she has no power. Everybody, like she has one sister that's really strong. She could help move houses, donkeys, clear out a road of dirt. She's that strong. They have another sister that is like she could, just by thinking about it, grow flowers everywhere, things like that. And her mother heals people. Like when they get a scratch or an injury, she can actually make some cookies, and the cookies that she made will heal you. So everybody has a little extraordinary power except for Mirabelle, but they find out what her power is, and her power or her gift is basically saving the Encanto, the home itself, come to end. So it's a little bit of spoiler alert there, but you gotta watch it still. It's a great movie. It's on Disney Plus. Been there for a while, and new actors in there, fun to watch. So it's a great family movie, John. And everybody,
I've seen it.
In. Yeah.
We watched it on
there
Christmas
you
Eve,
Bang.
right when it got to Disney Plus, and my daughter, I think, has watched it like at least 2 or 3 times since then.
Nice.
So she loves it too. Yeah, Encanto. I watched it, man. It's a pretty fun. It's exactly what you're getting in for a Disney movie.
You got the
it's
songs,
so cool.
everything else. Yep.
Yeah.
So graphics, special, or not special effects, but the graphics are awesome for the cartoon movie. What you got?
Okay, so did you do Matrix Resurrections yet?
Yes, I did Matrix Resurrections.
Okay. I figured you did because I saw that for the first time, which just side conversation here. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I enjoyed Matrix Resurrections. I thought it was a little bit more lenient on the old story, but they were trying to explain something. And then there's a certain point in the movie where it's just everything's just kind of brand new. And I like that part. I like
right.
you know what I mean? Like, so I did like Matrix Resurrections, but the movie I watched also, it's just on Netflix. It just came up. It's called Don't Look Up. It's a satirical science fiction film. All right, so there's a lot of satire in it.
Like that.
It stars Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence.
Got it.
The 2 astronomers who see this comet approaching Earth, and they try to tell the president, and she doesn't listen, and nobody listens, and it's a comedy, and it's just it's commentary on society as we have it in 2021, and how half the people think it's a joke, the other people say it's true, and eventually the comet comes, and I don't want to give away the ending, but I thought it was really, really funny. It's a comedy, but it's like a 2.5 hour movie, but it keeps your attention.
Wow, Leo in the movie. What was the last movie he did?
I don't know.
Right, or he has done. Interesting. Yeah, I haven't seen him since. Man.
Let's go to his IMDb.
Is it not The Wolf of Wall Street, is it? Well, he does all the big movies when he does one, so he's probably could take a couple years off from making a movie. For sure.
He could take his entire career off at this point.
Right. It's on Netflix because I know he's made a ton of money. He's a fantastic actor, though. Wolf of Wall Street. What's Eating Gilbert Grape when he was a kid? One with, I think that was
so
Johnny
here I got
Depp.
it. So I got it right here.
Yeah.
So in they don't even list this as a movie, as an actor on IMDb.
Really?
Hold on.
Was it uncredited? Now he could get it. He could be in a movie and say, you know what? I just want to do it. I just don't.
Oh no, it is in there. Sorry.
I was about to say.
Don't Look Up 2021. Before that, Grant, a TV miniseries documentary. And then before that, 2019, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Okay, that I was gonna say. I was like, it had to be. It couldn't have been what I was thinking of, Wolf of Wall Street. But yeah, I remember Once Upon a Time.
He had 4 years. 2019, Once Upon a Time. Before that, The Revenant in 2015.
That was
he
good.
Had 4 years where he didn't do any movies.
Yeah, but I think he's hitting home runs. He's hitting grand slams as an actor. So he could hit a grand slam, take a year off, hit a grand slam, take 2 years off. He's earned that. He's a darn good actor, though. Much respect. One of my favorite movies that he was in, because it's a horror movie, Shutter Island, where he's a detective. and he comes in. He's investigating the inmates are dying in a full max prison, so they're trying to figure out how are the prison inmates dying, and they're in a full max prison, and they got, they're in a jail cell, so how are they dying? Things like that. So it's pretty cool. Mind thriller, suspense thriller. So I'm gonna check that out. Don't look up. Of course, don't look up. It's an asteroid. There's a big rock coming down, about to destroy the planet potentially. That's what they're insinuating, foreshadowing. I'm like paying attention to foreshadowing now when I watch movie previews, because I'm trying to see what the director or writers or the movie production company is trying to get us as the audience to think about when we see the preview, but what they're really actually saying about the preview. The foreshadowing. There's a lot of foreshadowing in previews. In the title of the movie, sometimes the foreshadowing is in the title of the movie. So just I've been paying, because I've been watching so much since I was a kid. So I'm like trying to take my movie watching skills to another level. But like, pay attention to some of the stuff that we don't pay attention to because we're distracted by all the frills and everything of the previews, the actors. If it's Tom Cruise, Will Smith, Leo DiCaprio, Steven Spielberg's the director. It's going to be a good movie, but you're not. You're like, wait a minute. Let me pay attention to this little stuff over here. Yeah. So they're not distracting me from the other nonsense over there sometimes. So I've been trying to.
I'll look at the previews differently.
There you go. Break it down. Like what are they saying about this? Like Halo, not Halo. Well, even Halo TV series coming out on Paramount Plus, but Matrix Resurrections. Like what are they saying? Because like you said, watching that movie, you didn't watch the first one, or you hadn't watched the first one in a while. And if you watch the first one to now, it's like they're saying beyond what they're always saying with Matrix, that we're in, we're in a little, like a little tub of water pod. We're in a pod. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you. And that what we're seeing is a brain simulation of our reality. That our reality is just a simulation. It's a computer-driven program. So they're saying other things in Resurrections, and so yeah, taking that movie game up. So all right, so we are at the end of the episode. John, man, great show. I had a lot of fun. Everybody in the Twitch chat, thank you for participating. Mad Max, two dogs and a guy, Thick Boy G, it's all been good. I'm gonna work on next week when we're back for the new year to have both screens up, because I was dibble-dabbling when you weren't here because the screen was smaller and I could put graphics on, have the videos playing on that. So I'm going to try to get that working again for next week so we can have that, John, because I think that brings up our credit, our street credit a lot. So I'm going to get back to that. It was last-minute adjustments here before the show, and then it didn't work. So we'll figure it out. We're always R&D here on the Mon Green's Gamer Sounds. We know that. All right, so I hope everyone enjoyed the show, and we'll be back next week. We will have a special guest, a good friend of mine, Verda Maloney. She is one of the organizers, I believe CEO for the Gamers Lounge or Gamers. So if you look up the Gamers, so it's spelled the GAMEHERS, John. If you look that up, they have a Twitch channel. They have a Gamers Awards. They are doing big things for the ladies of ladies in gaming. Here in our world of video games. So check them out. We will have Verda Maloney on the show next week, January 5th. And so again, download the podcast wherever you download podcasts. That's Apple, that's iHeart, that's Apple Podcasts, and that's the only three I know. I said Apple twice, but really, Spotify, and I think Pandora has podcasts, right, John? Somewhere like that. Is it?
I don't know. Maybe.
So yeah. So follow me at Instagram on AmonGreen30 and Twitter. And John, let everybody know where they can follow you.
Yeah, at John Arias Radio on Twitter, at JohnCast Podcast on Twitter, at JohnCast Podcast on Instagram as well. And I'm at JohnCast on Whatnot if anybody wants to get on that. Hopefully someday maybe I'll start selling some cool stuff on there. It's just so, I'm telling you, I feel like I'm trying to promote this app. I'm really not. I'm just really excited about it.
We need to bring them in. Help us there we go, get some sponsorship. There you go. So
I just know it's fun to use that app, man.
It is. Hey, I could tell. Share it. I think you already shared it to me, but if you haven't, shared it with me.
I'll send you the link. It's fun. You put your credit card info in there and you just buy stuff.
You just buy things. Oh, see, I gotta be careful with that. So, but
I almost bought it. I know you do. I almost bought a cool Star Wars vintage T-shirt last night. I was watching this vintage clothing guy, They got like the coolest
Oh,
T-shirts.
see, I got T-shirts for days too that I know that could get some coin. But for the Gamers Lounge,
so cool.
for the Gamers Lounge, you can go on Instagram. That's AG_Gamers Lounge on Instagram and Twitter. And then we on our TikTok too. So I've been putting things in there. So follow us on TikTok, Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge as well, I believe. Or if it's AGG Lounge, Gamers Lounge, it's on there on TikTok as well. And so with that being said, also Twitch. We're here on Twitch. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube as well. The show goes on there right after we're done recording here. And then for everybody in the chat, Fire Eagle, 2 guys, and a dog, Thick Boy, Mad Max, and all the greenies out there, and all our supporters, people that have been downloading, because we've been getting a lot of good downloads in the last several weeks. It's been great. So thank you for that. And thank you for this 2020 year, 2021, all the support for everybody tuning in, and all our guests that have been on the show in the last year. And thank you to all of them. And then all the future guests coming on. So thank you for your help. Thank you for coming in the Gamers Lounge and conversating, having a fun time with us, talking about our passion, playing video games, and the culture behind it and around it. And so happy New Year, and see you next year.